Hey, what's happening YouTube? Here I am with another of my videos. I'm working on the Porsche 914, and as you guys can see, I've been tearing things up and still holes in the floor, really bad ones. You can see the floor through, but the overall car, the body itself, there is no rust. Only in the areas, like I said, where the metal was exposed. I mean, check this out. It's like um, the metal's pretty good. There is no like holes out here. You guys can see all of this stuff still needs to be grinded. Uh, Check it out. You know, it's not as bad as how I thought it was gonna be. You guys can see they did a pretty good job. This thing had like at least so far. I'll probably take off like 2 gallons of Bondo filler, and yep, I mean it's pretty much all bare metal now. Still need to work on the on the metal. I need to take all the remaining Bondo and paint and all that. And yeah, so this is one of the areas that had a lot of rust, and it was because the bundle was cracked and the water was going through. You guys can see there's a hole there. Metal needs to be replaced. This fender right here was put together with brass. Usually shops nowadays they don't really use brass. This is back in the old days. So I guess the with the time when they did this wide bodied was back in the days. I don't know really much about the car. I bought it from a body shop who specialize in older cars, German cars, and they just got the car and they just saw too much with it and they didn't even want to touch it. I don't know how really they got the car. So I purchased the car from them, and the worst part in the car, it's the floor pans. Like I said, it was because this whole targa piece was missing and all the water was coming here. The seats, the carpet, and all that did the job. You guys can see through there, there's a hole right there, which this is like the center member part, whatever. Through there, there's where your shifting linkage goes through. Fuel lines go there, and also the cables for the wire cables, the harness goes through there. So I'm gonna have to cut underneath, clean the whole area underneath, and I mean, you guys will see it. I'm not there yet, so as of right now, I just wanted to take care of all the exterior. I wanted to do the body work and put all the chemicals I'm gonna be putting on this thing. I'm gonna treat the metal so it doesn't rust again. And yeah, once I get that put together, then I'm gonna bring the car inside my garage because right now I'm in this portable garage. It's about to rain, and I don't want to mess up this work that I had done, right? So so yeah, so this floor pan, uh the driver's side is no as bad. I'm pretty sure I can sand a lot of this rust and put the 450 and treat this side of the car. But the passenger side is the worst of all. And obviously that part over there in the quarter piece, top part of the frame, it's like there's a hole, and I'm gonna have to fix that. I don't have a welder that is powerful enough to do like thick metal, but I'm gonna have to do that part. And yeah, I mean, this thing's pretty cool looking to me. You know, bare metal looking, wide metal uh body. Look at that thing, so cool. And here's the engine. Engine is out, transmission is out. I'm already working on some other stuff. Um, I'm not too sure if this is a 2.0 or a 1.7. Usually, these engines they come with mechanical fuel injection, but then I guess some people don't know how to really like work on them, and it's a lot easier to put carburetors, which these ones are like small carburetors. And for what I've been reading about these engines, when they do this swap, they end up losing power instead of gaining power. I don't know if you put in like a bigger carburetors and other setup will put the this engine into a higher horsepower. I haven't really like dig into the engine situation. I did try to spin this engine to turn it over, and it did not turn over. Um, I was just trying to do with the starter. I put some power to the starter, and the starter works because I pulled the starter and it works, but this thing wasn't turning. So I guess something bad it's with this thing. But yeah, so I don't really care about the engine right now. So I just wanted to show you guys that the car wasn't as bad as how I thought it was gonna be. Um, this is at the on the outside of the car. This is where the most heavy rust is, and I can patch a little bit of metal there and sand all this rust on top of it, and that will be good. And that's about it. This is where this hole right here, it's where like there's like a reflector light that goes here around one on both sides, and they just didn't even bother and put in metal, which I'm gonna do. This part right here, as you guys can see, gonna have to be replaced. The other side has a hole too. um, but yeah, I mean, like I'm honestly surprised that the car was in a worse situation than how it was. Like I said, all the problems was because of how much water was just on the car, not being protected. But yeah, so I guess this is it, guys. I want to show you guys that I have things going on, and the car is already down to bare metal, and it looks pretty good, pretty good. Both sides. This is the other hole. You guys can see that this side of the bumper, it's at a lower position just by looking at this one. You guys can see that. So just things that I need to work on before I decided to start putting Bondo. Like this whole part wasn't welded like how the other side is, and I can bring it up a little bit and maybe push it against the fender and see if that can make it be more symmetrical. I don't want it to make it symmetrical with a whole bunch of bundle. I'm gonna try to pull all of the dents, and I'm gonna put a really light skin of a bundle. I've been shaving all this like welding that they did. You guys can see this. Uh, Now, like I can rub my finger on these things, and before they were like, man, so like high up that you was able to feel it, and the previous people who did the work, they didn't even bother in like grinding them off. They just straight up like went over with Bondo, and man, I think the car is gonna just turn out to be a really cool hot rod. Now let me talk about the engine. With the engine, I don't know if I'm gonna rebuild that engine that you guys saw, or I'm gonna end up doing some type of engine swap. Like I say, there's people who do V8s. There's people who do Subaru WRX motors. I even was looking to see if anybody put S2000 engines in this type of cars. I didn't see anyone. But then I start thinking about like an FRS engine. Maybe I can get one of those for cheap. It's a four-cylinder Butzer engine, which is pretty much the same. If you look at a FRS engine in this type of engine, it's pretty much the same setup. The difference is that this is air cooled, and the other one it's water cooled. But it's pretty much the same setup. They look about the same size too, so I'm just thinking that that might be a good option. In a stock FRS engine, Scion FRS or GT86 Toyota engine or the BRZ engine. Um, those engines they rate about 200 horsepower. So imagine 200 horses on the sorry about my car. Gosh, on this beauty, right? I think that'd be really really fun, and I don't think nobody had done it. But if you guys know anyone that can help or know how to do such a setup, maybe contact me and we can work something out and make it happen. All right, guys. This video has been too long. I'm sorry I haven't been posting videos, but as you guys can see, I've been busy. Um, I was making videos with my phone. Now I have using my tablet, and I have a couple of cameras coming on the mail. So hopefully, the next time you guys see a video, I will do like to edit the video and do the whole cool thing and the whole deal. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys like the Porsche and the work that we've been doing. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. Thank you. Bye.